final approach. Whatever's causing those transmissions, it's not showing up on any of the sensors. This Imperial outpost looks as abandoned as reported.
It's as dead as the rest of Kejim. Mon Mothma must be getting paranoid. She never used to send pros like us out on blue milk runs like this.
Kyle, Jan, greetings.
Mon Mothma, Kyle was just talking about you.
No doubt. I bring troubling information about your mission on Kejim.
I hate it when you say troubling.
We've managed to decode a small fraction of the transmission we intercepted earlier, and, well, listen for yourselves. I will fire. Shadow. We may have to the Valley of the Jedi. Reborn warrior.
The Valley of the Jedi?
Reborn?
We believe this transmission was intended for Galak Fayar, the suspected leader of the remnant forces in that sector. It's probably nothing more than a couple of soldiers telling tales around the glow lamp. But as you are the only survivors of the Valley of the Jedi incident, I thought it only fair to warn you that this mission may be more dangerous than we originally anticipated. Your objectives, however, remain the same. Find out what you can, clear out any remnant forces you encounter, and may the Force be with you.
So much for the Blue Milk Run.
Jan found an exit.
Good. Grab some of those crystals and get yourself out of there. This place is giving me the creeps.
Lord Desann, this is Admiral Fayar.
Admiral Fayar, how go our experiments?
As of this moment, they're not going at all. The testing facility on Kejim has been neutralized by a pair of New Republic mercenaries, and they've taken some of the crystals.
Mercenaries?
Judging by their ship and the conversations our cameras picked up, I believe it was the pilot Jen Ors and her mercenary partner Kyle Kattarn.
Kattarn, eh? This setback could prove to be the answer to all our problems.
I'm afraid we haven't been able to decode any more of that transmission.
Good. If I put the Valley of the Jedi behind me, so can the rest of the galaxy.
So what were the Remnant doing in that lab?
Our scientists believe that they were trying to artificially infuse the powers of the Force into living subjects. Those crystals you're holding are very much like those found in a Jedi's lightsaber.
Spast!
But that's impossible, isn't it? You can't just give people the Force with a machine, right?
Everything we know about the Force tells us that such devices are nothing but the fevered dreams of fools and madmen, Jan. But try telling that to those poor beings you found in that laboratory.
Who were they?
Colonists from Артус Прайм, a remote mining world on the far reaches of the New Republic's influence.
Let me guess. Crystal mining.
Yes, we lost contact with them shortly before receiving the transmission from Kejim. Now we fear that the colony has been captured by the Remnant.
Or worse.
Indeed. Without knowing the full extent of the Remnant's plans, or the colonists' plight, the New Republic is uneasy about sending in a full liberation force, so...
So you'd like us to sneak in, assess the situation, and call in the fleet if necessary?
Yes.
You know I don't like messing with this Force business anymore.
We'll double your usual fee.
We'll take it.
All right, I'm clear. This meteor storm gives us great cover. Everything's closed up. They'll never see us coming.
Good. The colony should be a few clicks out. I'll scout things out from the air while you head into the mine. Give me a shout when you find out what's going on.
Will do. Mon Mothma was right, Jan. Remnant troops are crawling all over this place, and they've taken prisoners.
Well, that should bring the Republic running. I'll alert the fleet and pick you up.
Go ahead and call in the reinforcements, but I've got a mine to blow up and prisoners to rescue.
Are you trying to justify your fee?
Be ready for a quick pickup. I've got a feeling that things are about to get pretty nasty around here.
Who needs the Valley of the Jedi when you're already gifted with such amazing intuitive powers?
Just be ready to pick me up.
As you wish, O Jedi Master. prisoners alive.
A prisoner for you, Master Dесанн.
Well done, Tavion. Secure her in the cargo hold and prepare her for processing.
At once, Master.
Blast them, Kyle!
Kyle? Kyle Kattarn? You're the legendary hero who destroyed Jarek at the Valley of the Jedi. You look like nothing more than a bantha herder.
Well, you look like an overgrown Kowakian monkey lizard, so I guess looks don't count for much. Hand her over.
You desire this woman? Take her.
Ah, Sith spit.
Enough of this charade. You're pathetic, Katan. As a Jedi, you might have proven a worthy adversary. Without the power of the Force, you're not worth the effort it would take to strike you down. Perhaps your woman will prove to be of heartier stock. She certainly couldn't be any weaker than these colonists.
Don't you touch her.
On second thought, Tavion, kill her.
Jen! You want a worthy adversary? I'll give you a worthy adversary.
What are you doing, Kyle?
Don't try to talk me out of this, Father. I need the power of the Valley of the Jedi, and I need it now.
Do you believe that this stream of power will ease your pain? Or that you can safely wield the Force with anger in your heart?
Jan is dead. My anger is all I have left. Anger and revenge.
Is that how she would want to be remembered? With acts of anger and revenge?
No.
Then remember her as she was, and may the Force be with you.
It hasn't been so far.
Are you all right?
I'd forgotten what it was like.
It will become familiar to you again in time. What will you do now?
Find Desann, but first I need to get something I left behind.
Your plan worked, Master Desann.
Yes, Tavion. The death of Katarn's woman has driven him mad and delivered the Valley of the Jedi into our hands. Contact Admiral Fayar and prepare the troops.
expecting you.
Skywalker?
You've come for your lightsaber.
Yeah.
After all these years?
Jan's been killed by a Jedi. Goes by the name of
Desann.
You know.
I sensed a disturbance in the Force. I'll tell you about Desann while your trial is being prepared.
Trial?
A minor test to determine your fitness to wield a lightsaber again. Even in your relatively unpracticed state, you shouldn't find it too difficult.
Why can't you Jedi ever do things the simple way?
If the ways of the Jedi were easy, there'd be millions of us instead of dozens. Take Desann, for example. He was born on a planet unused to the wonders of the Force, where his seemingly magical abilities caused him to be feared and shunned by those around him. His childhood was one of loneliness and despair, until a visiting trader discovered him, recognized the Force within him, and brought him to the Jedi Academy.
So he was a student?
Yes. For the first time in his life, Desann was at peace. He'd found beings who liked him for who he was, beings who encouraged him to develop his talents. Over time, however, things changed.
How?
He became cold, severe. He belittled his fellow students for what he perceived to be their weaknesses, and argued, sometimes violently, with his teachers. During a training session, he struck down and killed a fellow student in cold blood. Desann said he was too weak to be a Jedi. He fled before we could counsel him, and he has not been heard from since.
Until now?
Yes. Kyle, I'm sorry about Jan.
Yeah. Well, just give me my lightsaber and I'll be out of your way.
As you wish. Your lightsaber is somewhere in the ruined temple to the south. To find it, you'll need to utilize your primary Force skills. During your test, I'll see if I can find some information on Desann's whereabouts. Good luck. You've retrieved your lightsaber. Very good.
I'm ready. What did you find out about Desann?
Not much. With the help of your ship's logs and the Republic's databases, we've tracked down the registry of Dessann's ship to a Rodian named Rilo Baruch.
Rilo Baruch?
You know him?
Not personally. He claims to be an honest garbage hauler, but he's really one of the most powerful criminal kingpins in all of Nar Shaddaa. Even the Hutts won't touch him.
Sounds like a solid lead.
It'll do.
Kyle.
Yeah?
I just wanted to say how impressed I was with your performance in the trial. Considering how long it's been since you used the Force, I almost expected you to fail outright. You've been to the Valley of the Jedi.
Yes.
Kyle?
I know what I'm doing, Skywalker. If I'm going to defeat Desann, I'll need the full power of the Force, and I can't afford to spend years of my life retraining myself here.
Kyle, I realize you're in pain. But you must learn to anticipate the consequences of your actions. You and Jan swore an oath to protect the Valley of the Jedi. And now that Jan's dead, you're the only person who knows where it is. If you should fall to the dark side, you could use the Valley's power for unspeakably evil purposes.
Are you saying I can't be trusted?
I'm saying that I want you to let go of your anger before it destroys you.
I don't know if I can do that. But I will give you the coordinates to the Valley of the Jedi. Just to be safe.
Well, that's a start, I suppose. Take one of the Academy's vessels to Nar Shaddaa. It'll be less conspicuous. Don't worry. I'll take care of the Raven's Claw until you return.
You're not coming along?
I'm afraid not. I have pressing business of my own to attend to. Good luck, Kyle. I hope you find what you're looking for. May the Force be with you.
Right. Bartender. Bartender.
Ah, Jedis. I had no ideas. What can I do for you, honored Jedis?
I'm no Jedi. I'm just a guy with a lightsaber and a few questions.
Of course. Many peoples have them.
Lightsabers?
Questions. How about a ruby blade?
Corellian ale. and a clean glass.
Of course, sirs. Now, you seek informations?
What do you know about Rilo Baruch?
A respected waste disposal managers. This very establishment contracts with him to remove our garbages.
Where does he take your garbages?
Who cares? Out of sight, out of mind, says.
And it's all strictly legit, right?
As legitimate as anything on Marshada, Mr. Just the Guy.
Do you know where I can find Baruch?
Trulies?
Trulies.
Wait here. I get them for you.
Never trust a bartender with bad grammar. Alright, enough fooling around. Where's Rilo?
Please, noble Jedis, not in the faces. Rilo's office is on higher levels. Follow the garbage collectors.
Kyle Katarn?
Lando, what are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm sitting in a cell. What about you?
I'm looking for Rilo Baruch.
You too? What's the Republic want with it?
A ship of his was involved in an incident on Артус Прайм. Remnant stuff.
The Remnant? Blast. Now it's starting to make sense.
What?
Over the past few weeks, a mineral smuggling ring has infiltrated the Cloud City on Desmond. Real slick group, too. They commandeered half of our loading platforms and carbonite chambers before we knew what hit us. No one knows who's behind it, but it's become obvious that Rilo's garbage haulers are handling the transports. I came down here to find Rilo and persuade him to hand over the names of his employer.
Persuade?
Hey, I can be a charming guy when I want to. After a few bar fights and card games, I hadn't gotten any closer to Rilo, but I had begun to hear about a remnant bigwig named Desann. Then I was captured.
Desann?
You know?
He's a dark Jedi. He and the Remnant have been performing sick experiments on New Republic citizens, among other things.
Like I said, the Remnant connection makes sense. These smugglers are much more organized than the kind of scum we usually get on Bespin. They've got to be Imperials.
Want me to get you out of here?
If it's not too much trouble, you'll need the password to get into Rilo's command center and open the cells.
Any idea what that might be?
Yeah, it's Ruby Gleals.
I could go for one of those.
Yeah, me too.
I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Looking for something?
Not anymore. You're Rilo Baruch?
In the flesh. But who are you?
Does it matter?
Not really. Any last words?
What's a respectable gangster like you doing mixed up with a remnant slime like Desann?
Making money, of course.
What went on up there?
I ran into Rilo.
Did he tell you anything about the smuggling ring?
We didn't talk much.
I see. Listen, we'd better get out of here. My ship's hidden nearby. What about yours?
Rilo's thugs have probably already stripped it for parts by now.
What about Jan?
Jan's not with me on this one.
You two have had another one of your fights, haven't you? Well, come on, let's go. You can buy us some flowers on Besman.
Going somewhere, gentlemen?
You'd better get on the gun and hold them off. I'll have this fixed in a jiffy. Say goodbye to this wretched hive of scum and villainy, and hello to Cloud City.
Need any help?
Just sit back and get some rest. I'll work out a plan to get Desann and his remnant friends out of my city.
On second thought, Tavion, kill her.
Kyle! Ah!
Kyle, wake up.
No, Jen.
Kyle, are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Good. While you were sleeping, I hailed the New Republic base on Sullust. They haven't shown much interest in our little smuggling problem in the past, but now that they know remnant forces are behind it, they're eager to pitch in. A strike team should be arriving on Desmond within a few hours.
No!
I thought you'd be happy to.
They'll tip off Desann.
Then we'll catch him later. Getting Desann isn't as important as clearing the city.
Jan's dad, Lando. Desann and his minion killed her.
Greif, I'm sorry, Kyle. Okay. Here's what we'll do. I'll drop you off on the lower levels. They've probably been overrun by remnant troops, so watch out. Chances are that Desann's operating from one of the loading bays above level 10, but you'll never get in without the proper access codes. Try to find Carbonite Chamber 17. I've hidden an old R5 unit there with codes to every loading bay in the city.
You always did plan for the worst.
Ever since that run-in with Vader. Anyway, I'll head up top and gather some old friends from the security force. We'll work our way down towards your position. If we're lucky, we can trap Desann before the New Republic arrives.
I sense a disturbance in the Force, but there's something strange about it.
You will die!
Ah, the prodigal Jedi. Have you come seeking vengeance? Oh, that's not very Jedi-like.
Where's your master, apprentice?
Desann sends his regards, but is far too busy in the Valley of the Jedi to personally dispose of his pawns.
What?
You still don't know, do you? Desann followed you to the Valley of the Jedi. Even now, hundreds of Desann's loyal followers are drinking deeply from the Valley's power, becoming reborn in the glory of the Force. And we owe it all to you.
Then you killed Jan?
That's right. We killed your woman to make you angry. Angry enough to cast aside your promises and rashly seek out the power of the Valley. Just think of it. Her death and your failure will be celebrated for eons to come as the events that brought about the era of Desann. Congratulations.
Stop talking!
Don't! Mercy!
The kind of mercy you showed Jan?
She lives! I can tell you where she is!
Liar! I saw her die!
Think, what did you really see? What did you really hear? Do you believe we'd risk killing one of the only two people who knew the location of the Valley of the Jedi?
Where is she?
That... Hauler will take you to our base in the Lenico Belt. That's where Galec's ship, the Doomgiver, is docked. It's also where he's keeping your woman for further interrogations.
Why should I believe you?
Because I'm not brave enough to die!
Get out of my sight.
What?
You heard me. Go and pray that I find your master before he finds you.
I was, but I got a better idea. What are you doing in that hauler?
I'm heading for the Lenico Belt.
Lenico? What's Desann doing there? That asteroid belt is in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. Jan may be there.
Jan's alive?
Maybe. I don't know. Listen, you've got to find Skywalker and tell him that the Valley of the Jedi has been invaded.
What? What's the Valley got to do with this?
Just tell him.
Okay, I don't understand half of it, but okay. May the Force be with you, Kyle.
We'll see.
Automated Transport 1-138 on final approach to Cairn installation. Cortosis removal unit, please stand by to board transport ship.
Affirmative, sir. Cortosis removal team standing by.
Skywalker, what are you doing here?
Lando told me where you were going.
Then why aren't you at the Valley of the Jedi?
I went to the Valley right after you left Yavin IV, Kyle. Desann.
Followed me, I know. Does this mean we have a new Emperor on our hands?
It may be worse than that. Remember those experiments on Kejim with the Artusian crystals? With the Valley of the Jedi's power coursing through those crystals, Desann has succeeded in infusing his troops with the power of the Force.
Oh, Sith spit. I think I ran into one of them on Bespin. Are they still in the Valley?
Not anymore. I managed to scatter Desann and his reborn troops, and Rogue Squadron chased away their ships. For now, the Valley's effectively sealed off, but we have no idea how many troops Desann managed to empower before we got there. It could be dozens, but it could be thousands.
And all of them will have Force powers?
Yes, but we've got an advantage due to our training and discipline. Look out! Something's changed in you. You seem less angry.
Maybe. There's a chance Jan may still be alive on the Doomgiver.
Sometimes even a small hope is enough to defeat the dark side, Kyle.
Listen, Skywalker, there's even more to this than you think. Desann's working with a remnant scientist named Galak Fyar. They're smuggling something called Cortosis here from Bespin.
Damn, that's not good.
Why?
Well, Cortosis is a rare mineral that resists lightsabers.
Great.
I'll try and find out what they're doing with the Cortosis. You find the Doomgiver. If you run into Desann, don't try to take him on alone. Now that he's been through the Valley of the Jedi, he'll be more powerful than ever.
Don't worry, I'm not totally crazy.
May the Force be with you, Kyle.
Yeah, you too, Luke. That's Luke. Desann.
Save your strength, fool.
Spast. What the? We're moving. Yeah, I thought you said not to fight Desann alone.
I didn't have a choice. I never even felt him coming. He's escaped onto a ship.
I know. I'm on it.
We need to destroy the ship before before Desann and his army reaches its target, whatever it is. Try to find the ship's communication center and use its sensor array to contact Rogue Squadron. I'll keep trying.
Luke!
Force.
Rogue Leader, this is Kyle Kattarn.
Kattarn, good to hear your voice. We've locked onto your signal and are in pursuit. That is one whalodon of a ship you hooked, Kyle.
Can you bring her down?
Maybe, but I'd feel a lot better about our chances if somebody on the inside were working to disable the ship's shield array.
I'll see what I can do about those shields, but I've got some unfinished business here.
Understood. Once you get the shields down, make sure you get out of there in a hurry, because there's not going to be much left of this ship once we're done with her.
Don't waste any time on my account.
Good luck, Kyle. Rogue Leader out.
Got it. And on the way to the shields, too.
All crew members prepare to drop out of hyperspace.
Well, you certainly took your sweet time. Hey, it's okay. I'm happy to see you too.
I thought you were dead.
Dead? No. In pain? Yes. Desann and his thugs must have burned out half a dozen interrogation droids trying to get me to crack.
They wanted to know about the Valley of the Jedi, right?
For the first few hours, then they dropped the subject and started asking me about the layout of the Jedi Academy.
The Jedi Academy?
Yeah, Desann seemed obsessed with it.
Oh no.
What?
I think Dessann's invading the Jedi Academy. We've got to destroy the Doomgiver's shields before he can deploy his troops.
I think I know where it is. Let's go! I'm pretty sure the shield generators are through there.
I know. You get an escape pod ready and wait for me. This shouldn't take long.
Don't do something stupid like die on me.
And put you through the same misery I've been through? Not on your life.
Ah, Captain Kattarn. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you face to face.
Pleasure's all yours, I'm sure.
The Oz woman thinks quite highly of you. Did you know that? She must have whimpered your name on at least 17 different occasions over the last few days.
Is that supposed to make me angry? I'm past that, Gallic.
Then what if I tell you that even as we speak, Desann is descending on the Jedi Academy with thousands of its Force-enhanced, lightsaber-resistant warriors, eliminating the scourge of the Jedi for all time?
I'd say you're insane.
Insane? Then what about this?
Strike Force 1 to Doomgiver. Eastward assault on Academy grounds proceeding as planned.
Strike Force 2 to Doomgiver. Establishing beachhead outside main entrance.
Strike Force 3 to Doomgiver. Report troops advancing on northern perimeter.
Within hours, Desann will have eradicated those annoying Jedi, clearing the way for my ascent as the leader of the new Empire. I, Galak Fayar the First, the genius who conceived of the Shadow Armor, will rule the galaxy with a Cortosis fist. Worlds will tremble. Stars will shatter.
Your shields will fall.
Come on, this place is falling apart.
Couldn't happen to a nicer ship either.
If we get out of this alive, remind me never to do that again.
I'm going after Desann. He's probably heading for the heart of the Academy. You coming?
I think I'd be more useful in the air. I'll go to the hangar and join the New Republic troops.
Okay. Try to avoid anyone with a lightsaber.
Good advice, Jedi.
Someday you're gonna have to teach me how to do that.
Thanks for taking care of the Raven's Claw.
It was the least I could do for the pair of mercenaries who saved the Jedi Academy. I know you've probably heard this before, but the New Republic is forever in your debt.
You should have known it would take a failed Jedi to take out another failed Jedi.
Kyle, you were never a failure.
Luke,
I know. I'll be happy to hold your lightsaber for safekeeping.
No, I think I'll keep it.
Ha! I knew it! Lando owes me 5 credits.
Are you sure this is what you want, Kyle?
Look, I'm not saying I'm ready to join the Academy or anything like that. I mean, Before I do anything, I figure that Jan and I have earned a long vacation on the beaches of Spyra. And after that, well...
After that, we'll see.
Yeah.
Take your time, Kyle. We'll still be here when you're ready.
Thanks, and may the Force be with you, Luke.